It's time for my next guest. Move over, Diddy. Move over, Fiddy. There's a new sheriff in town. Will you please welcome the one and only Mr. Kanye West? Kanye.
Diamonds are forever. Stimulating to
Kanye West, ladies and gentlemen. How nice to meet you, Kanye. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now, congratulations on your current album.
Okay.
It's called Late Registration. I've been listening to it. I listened to it in my crib, in my pimped up ride.
I don't really like pimp the ride though. Like when I get a car, I keep it factory.
You keep it neat and clean?
Yeah, I'm
and
not into rims and all that. It's
okay,
kinda...
nor me anymore.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I'm curious about rap. You can perhaps enlighten me.
Mm-hmm.
Most rap stars, at some stage, rap about how they are the best. Eminem's done it. I am the only Slim Shady, I believe he sang. 50 Cent has done it.
Right.
I am the best, or something, he said. Puff Diddley, he said it too. I'm great, me. Now. And now you're saying it as well.
Yeah.
Well, listen. There can only be one who is the best. So who is the best?
Me?
Well, possibly. But I think we need to get you all guys around the table and sort this out so you stop contradicting one another.
Well, I guess that's where the beef comes from, and people just competing to be the best, and it's about just talking shit when you come out. I look at this game like a basketball game, and everybody thought I wasn't gonna be able to make it because I was already in the game as a producer.
Yeah, because you were a producer for how many years?
I've been producing since 7th grade, and I've been successful since I was like 19, and I'm 28 now.
Right, so that's a long time. In the world of music, that's a long time to be at the top.
Well, I wasn't at the top.
Okay, well, it's a long time to be in the middle, I would have thought. Yeah. And working your way to the top. Because you started doing video games when you were a kid, didn't you? Is that how you got into music?
Well, yeah, I was trying to design a video game. And back then, you know, one person could do a video game. You do the backgrounds, you do the characters, you do the music. And once I got to the music, this is 7th grade, you know.
So how old is that? How old are you in the 7th grade?
Game. I was 12.
12 years old, you were designing it. So you were kind of what we would call a nerd, then, really. Yes.
I've heard the word genius, you know.
Yeah, okay. That's a much more positive spin on it, and I respect that. Yeah. Because your last album sold what? 1 million in the States already, I believe? More than 1 million copies?
Like 3 million.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So you are quite comfortably off, I imagine. You're quite a wealthy young man.
About today's standards, I'd say so. Yeah.
And so, ladies must come a-knocking.
Well, I had girls like before I really had money, you know, because I look good.
A very handsome young man. Yes, this is true.
So it's not one of those things,
what I'm
like
saying?
you get the fat baller and stuff, and they're like, oh, you know, he just buys me stuff.
But you know, there's a song on your album, which I think is the new single, about gold diggers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a great song, great tune to it.
Yeah, thank you.
And the message there being, these ladies must be gold diggers because I don't see them going out with any poor fellas.
No, that's not really the message.
No, that's what I meant. What I meant was the message is hidden under that, like a kind of subtext in a foreign. And you could now tell me what the message is.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
She might be.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's a possibility.
But maybe not. Might be a very nice girl.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if you see a girl and her last 4 boyfriends millionaires, you just look at the history and say, well, she might.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Okay,
there, yeah.
Let's have a look. This is it. And is this with? This is not with Jamie Foxx, is it? You're doing.
Yeah.
It is with Jamie Foxx.
He sings the intro.
Okay, he's got a great voice then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is a little burst of Kanye West's current single. It's out on Monday. Have a look at it. That's good, Kanye. Good. Well done. And you see, I do like your music because a lot of the time you listen to rap and it is kind of quite simple. Not all of it, but a lot of it is I've got the best women, I've got the best cars, I've got the most money. You know, it's kind of quiet. Some of it is. Yeah. But you actually do seem to have things you want to say. You want to communicate.
I like to spark a conversation. My rap is like dinner table, like something you would bring up like. Yo, did you know, by the way, or I read in the paper today and such, and then I put that into rhyme form. That's like my whole niche.
Did you see the other day, we won the Ashes, what'd you see? Like that.
Like on Roses, I say, I'm talking. It's a song where I'm talking about my grandmother being in the hospital, and I say, I'm arguing like, what kind of doctor can we find? You know, the best medicine go to people that's paid. If Magic Johnson got a cure for AIDS and all the broke passed away. And that's something, if you listen, you're like, damn.
Yeah. Well, this is, you know, I have great respect for Kenya. I don't know if you saw this, but in America recently, you were quite outspoken about the reaction of the American government to dealing with the crisis which has occurred in New Orleans, and the poor people kind of left out and hung out and left out on the line over there, which is quite unusual, I think, for people to take a platform and use it in the way you did there.
Well, what happens is we do, but we just get censored. So this is the first time I beat the 5-second delay. That was one of the...
So this was on a live program?
Yeah. And I had no plans of really saying something that came off that controversial. I just wanted to speak from my heart because I felt like what was on the teleprompter was just too scripted. And I felt like this wasn't a scripted event. It was people actually lost their lives. And it was just bullet points here and there that people had been telling me. And I wanted to touch on those. I started with... You know, it's funny, I started by how the media portrays us. And I said, you know, I hate the way the media portrays us. If they show a black family with food, they say they're looting. If they show a white family, they say that they're finding food.
But do you think now, are you going to be seen as someone who is outspoken? Are you going to you know, exploit this further? I don't mean that in a crass or commercial way, but certainly in terms of, you know, using it to get a message across, whatever you feel passionate about. Because presumably now they're going to listen to you a little bit more closely than they did before even.
Well, that's my problem with it. I didn't want people to think in any way I was trying to exploit the situation. And that's the reason why I don't talk about it a lot, because it's like, I'm more concerned about the people who lost their homes, the people who passed away. It's such a sensitive subject.
But the repercussions are being felt now. Do you think it's going to shake up the government there? Because, you know, this is a country with a lot of people who, you know, essentially have a democracy they can use if they choose to vote. And a lot of people don't vote in the US. Well, and now's a chance perhaps to change things coming up. And
well, that's a serious subject too, because we feel like, you know, we've voted before and voted one president in, and votes come up missing. You know, like they had this thing where you had to show 2 forms of ID, a driver's license and a major credit card. And you know black people have bad credit.
Yeah, a lot of people, well, it's kind of deliberately disenfranchised a lot of the population in the US now, isn't it? I mean, that's what the government and the ruling powers seem to have done.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not really into politics like that. I just
Would you want to be in the politics?
No, I'm not political.
Well, you are political, because the things you said are kind of political.
The reason why I can't be in politics is because I'm politically incorrect. They kick me out so quick. If I got up there and said something like that, he's fired.
Well, maybe that's what they need over there, though.
Maybe. Or maybe I need to just keep making music. That's what I'm here.
What do you make about Guess City? Do you like guitar rock? Do you like the kind of modern sound that's coming out of this country at the moment? We have Franz, Ferdinand, who are one of the leading exponents, I believe, of this kind of, you know, new wave indie rock.
That's my favorite group.
You like, genuinely, you like them?
Seriously.
Fantastic, that's good.
Yeah, their music is like, to me, it's like high fashion music. You're supposed to listen to it, feel good about yourself, dress nice, live good. It's that type of energy. It gives me that feeling. You know how certain music is just made to like feel bad.
It lifts you right up, this sort of stuff.
It's like white people crunk music. You know what crunk is, right?
Crunk.
Like Little John, like crunk, like get hype, yeah.
Crunk. What is crunk?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it again? I'm not quite sure. Crunk is what?
Like,
happy?
Yeah, like, you know, really like energetic.
Yeah. Hey, is that crunk like the dancing with the clown makeup on?
What's clown?
I've seen in the States these guys dress up and put clown makeup on. They just very fast dancing like this. What's that?
That might be drunk. I don't know.
It's something called crunk.
Yeah, it's called crunk music. I feel like that's what they give. They give you energy that shows a high energy.
Would you dance that kind of music? Do you like that kind of music to dance to?
I feel kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's like white people dancing. You know, it's only.
Hang on. What? Now listen.
What?
I'm a very, very good dancer.
Yeah.
I like to think I dance the dance.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever see me moving to Barry White. No. But it would turn an otherwise straight man to consider the path of gayness.
okay.
You'd like to see me dance?
No.
I don't blame you. Hey, do people still do the robot when they're out and about? You ever see that anymore?
Yeah, sometimes.
Man, don't you love that?
I do that move when I'm in my home.
Yeah. So where are you heading off to after this? You going back to the US, or you're going to be staying over here for a while?
I'm out here. Actually, I'm performing at Abbey Roads Wednesday.
Oh, really? The Abbey Road Studios?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing there?
I'm going to be performing with my 20-piece orchestra.
Wow. Who's that for?
It's for Radio 1.
That would be, I would have thought, a great thing to go to. That's going to be fantastic.
It's gonna be dope.
Because presumably, I mean, being a producer initially, did performing come naturally to you? I mean, do you like being on stage? Do you like being in front of a crowd?
I was in talent shows and all that since I was in kindergarten.
Really?
And I started producing to have something to rap over.
Okay.
But my raps are really, they weren't that great until recently.
What did you do when you were in talent shows as a kid? What did you do? What was your performance?
I had this thing where they had I Am a Lion from the Wizard of Oz soundtrack, and I drew a lion on the, what's that machine that teachers like project something?
A projector type thing. Yeah.
I did it like right in front of somebody, and I got first place. So I've been #1 for a long time.
But hold it, that sounds like one of the oddest acts you could ever see. You know, someone comes out, they set up a projector, they put on a bit of musical wizard, they draw a lion, and then they go home.
Yeah.
I'm glad you discovered music. Hey, Kanye, really lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope you enjoyed being on the show.
I did.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
I thought my part was going to be as long as his.
Your part was longer, I believe.
Word?
Word. Nice to meet you, Kanye. Right. Take care. Kanye West, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.